Welcome to Go Get This podcast, but we haven't got to say it, but we're going to be doing it anyway. I'm Colby.
And I'm a lemur eating spaghetti. But you can call me Fee.
Okay, now you've got to explain the backstory of that.
Well, if you follow me on my Twitch channel.
Oh man, what a plug.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to plug it, but I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And I'm on
there's a very famous scene in there where there is a lemur eating spaghetti. Well, that makes sense.
There's we're on Keshik, right? And I was talking with a monkey earlier while I was refilling my my cup, right? So I was refilling my cup and I was like, "Hey, look at this monkey." And then we started talking about mafia and like, what's the mafia famous for? Eating spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. True, yeah, true. Eating spaghetti is number one.
And I don't know if that monkey can be classified as a lemur, but I decided, hey, that's who I am today. That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm that monkey lemur maybe, and I'm in the mob, which means that I'm extremely good at spaghetti.
What else is the mob good at? Nothing.
Yeah, I just tried to think of something, couldn't think of anything.
I'm not you know what? Like the only reason I know about the mob is just from like movies. I don't know if like that's how they actually operate.
Yeah, I mean it's all a spaghetti-based business, I think.
I mean, so when you think of the mob, you think of Italy. Just like when you think of the Yakuza, you think of Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even
so does that mean the Yakuza is all really good at eating ramen or onigiri or something?
Oh, onigiri and sushi for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It has like stereotypes, Christ. Just like
It's the only thing they're good at. This is all of these like organized crime like syndicates. They all rise to power just by being good at eating a particular cultural food.
Well, see,
people are like, wow, they eat the shit out of some spaghetti.
That's the front. You see, that's the front. They build up a really strong front doing that number, and then they do crime on the side.
The crime is a hobby. It's incidental when you think about it.
Exactly. But speaking of movie stereotypes, we want to talk about a lot of movie related stuff today.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, but okay, so
there's not just movies; it's also shows, I would say.
So before we get into your movies, because I feel like that's a longer tirade we can go on to.
Do it.
Let's talk about One Piece, which is something we are both very passionate about.
Oh.
So.
Oh,
I know it's just But One Piece live action, I didn't have any hope for this show. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of things just came out that it tested badly to test audiences. But like I read to Colby before the podcast started, it was from a person. The test audience was from a person who doesn't know the lore or anything. A non-fan, mm-hmm. Right? So,
right.
They say that the show is not good for a casual audience, but then again, how many people watch One Piece? A shitload. So then, would that mean it's good for fans?
Yeah.
Well, that depends because that person said that also the CGI and some of the makeup is bad, and this is the thing we've talked about before. Where One Piece is probably the worst anime they could have picked to adapt to live action because it does not lend itself to be adapted well.
No, like the main character, the person who is going to be on the screen the most of the time, if you do the things with a human body that Luffy would do with his human body, it's going to be horrific. I cannot imagine a world in which I watch this Netflix show and don't go, ugh.
Exactly, especially when he starts stretching. And especially when like the bigger characters come out and they're gonna have to be like mostly CG, or like they superimpose them to be bigger, and it just looks really weird next to normal characters. And especially when they start busting out their power, like when Zoro's doing his onigiris and his fucking Ashura slashes, and
Hmm.
Sanji's leg goes on fire. It's gonna have like that uncanny valley look.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, there are ways to stylize that to make it look like more cartoony or kind of like a, like, oh, it's like very fantasy. The whatever the makeup or the lighting is in a certain way, but man, I'm worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, especially like we were saying before we started streaming. They're at the Baratier. That whole fight with Don Krieg. How is
Mm-hmm.
that gonna look? Because like he has a lot of
Yeah.
explosives, a lot of darts. Um, and then what's the next arc? The Fishman, or was that right before Don?
I think that's right after Don Krieg. I think the thing before Baratier, there's a couple of things before Baratier. There's like the island with Usopp and
Yeah.
Buggy the Clown.
Oh man, I'm really upset that we didn't get Buggy the Clown in live action.
I know.
Because Buggy's one of my favorite characters. But I think I
This
heard that
clown
they
dumbass.
he's such a dumbass. I think no, you know what? Fishman arc is after Don Krieg because Sanji's with
Mhm.
them. So
Yeah.
we're
Yep.
gonna go to Don Krieg, and then I heard that we are getting a I was gonna say Fischler. What's his
Fischler. Yes, that's his name.
what's his fucking name?
Fischler. You knew it.
Uh, Arlong. Arlong.
Yeah.
We gotta like, how's that gonna look?
That's his last
Oh.
name. Is it's Arlong Fischler. Yeah, I don't know. Like
Fischler's
the whole there's so many like xenomorph type characters that are in the series too. Like
Oh yeah.
if we get up to oh god, what is it? Not Alabasta. The if we get up to where they're rescuing Robin, like the fight against Rob Lucci, the fight against
Fuck
the
yeah.
giraffe man.
Oh no! You just reminded me. He looked hokey in anime, but like
Yeah.
live action, dude. No.
Yeah.
Oh man. And even Crocodile. How's that sand gonna look when he starts fucking flinging it?
Yeah, I mean, like, we've seen Spider-Man 3 from Sam Raimi.
Oh,
There's things you could do to make it look pretty good, but
Netflix is not gonna get Spider-Man 3 levels of sand technology.
here's the thing. Spider-Man 3 levels of sand technology are now probably very cheap. You could probably do all of the CGI that they did for Spider-Man 3 for like $80. You could probably pay a dude on Fiverr to just do it for you.
Shut the hell up.
Dude, I'm saying,
You're
like,
so full of
technology is so cheap now, and like algorithms are open source and stuff that like it wouldn't surprise me if I googled right now whatever, I don't know, Spider-Man 3 Node.js sand effect. I'd probably find something.
Listen, I will agree with you. You probably will. But then before even we get to there, we gotta get Chopper. Like, are they gonna ignore Chopper?
Yeah,
And-
yeah. I mean,
and then
you can't. Chopper's too important to like. There's so many story beats with Chopper as like at the center of them.
Yeah, and then how are they gonna do the makeup with what's her face and her huge nose, and then Wapple, who's gonna
Wapple, yeah.
who fucking eats everything. Oh, it's gonna be nightmare.
Yeah, there's a lot of nightmare fuel for One Piece, but luckily we're not going to have to worry about that because this first season is going to come out and then nothing else will. So we'll be fine. Not a big deal.
Oh no, but then it's not gonna be a blemish on One Piece, but oh man, like
you gotta wonder because like there's One Piece has been going on for 20 years now, and there's been so much stuff that's come out like for and about One Piece. There's been One Piece video games and One Piece like spin-off manga and One Piece like, oh, this merch or this movie. You have to wonder if like if Oda the writer, if he sees some of this media and is like, that was a miss. That one wasn't a good one. The Game Boy Advance game, actually kind of a mistake. Shouldn't have done that.
I don't think he's had any issues with it so far. Like, they've had crossovers with DBZ and well, maybe with Toriko, since you know about like the creator of Toriko, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that, but I don't think so because like that's you can't find that DVD anywhere. Like I don't know if you could see it anywhere. besides like
Yeah.
YouTube. So I don't think that's like a big thing. They were part of the big three, so
Mm-hmm.
that was probably Shonen Jump's decision. But
Yeah, yeah, I think that's all on Shonen Jump. But like
I think
Oda
maybe
himself, I gotta wonder if like a piece of media comes out and everybody's like, "Wow, this is like the worst thing One Piece has ever done," and like all the way leading up to it, Oda's like, "Yeah, we're very excited about this. Like, very cool. This is gonna be a great video game. This is gonna be a great movie. We're very excited." And then as soon as it comes out, he's like, "All right, I'll just never mention this again. I'm just never gonna talk about it again. Don't ask me any questions about this, please."
maybe he does that to One Piece on fucking Fox on kid four
Yeah,
kids
for
a four
kids,
kids
yeah.
dub.
I wonder if he's seen it.
No, he has to have. He has to have seen the pirate rap at least once.
Ah, God, the pirate rap. Do you think that he saw the pirate rap? Do you think that they do you think they translated that back into Japanese for him?
No, I don't. No, you know what? I bet someone has. I wonder if I went to YouTube right now, if someone has this mad lad on YouTube just decided I'm gonna make this Japanese.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna do the Japanese dub of the English dub of One Piece, and everybody's gonna laugh at it.
No, I'm very. Actually, I'd be kind of impressed because like words don't rhyme like they do in English when it's translated, so
Mm-hmm.
they'd probably have to change a few words. But I'm gonna go on the limb here. You know, in the Ring of Fire. I like the One Piece rap.
Oh no, Fee!
It's nostalgic. It's so nostalgic for
Oh
me.
God, Fee! No, you can't. You can't like the One Piece rap if you. We may just have to scrap this whole podcast. We may have to actually. This may just be lost media forever because if we put this out publicly, they are going to arrest you.
Like I love We Are so much. It's my favorite. It's everyone's favorite. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
But the One Piece rap was the first intro I ever seen for live action One Piece when I saw it way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So like it has that spot for me. Like it's goofy and it has like a special, I don't know, je ne sais quoi.
You can't say the words je ne sais quoi in the same sentence as the pirate rap. You can't, Fee. You're committing too many crimes.
Colb, you for sure have guilty pleasures.
Name one.
I can't. You're the one with
There
them.
you go. Thank you.
You're
I
the
have
one.
none.
You're a damn liar. You just don't want
I am
people
a
to
perfect
know.
human.
You.
I've never been cringe in my whole life.
Oh, that is a lie. I've seen you be cringe in real life.
Yeah, but there's no evidence of it, so it doesn't exist.
Besides the evidence in my noggin.
Dang.
Just wait till we get to
noggin.
Just wait till we get to the future when we can have the memory puller outer gun.
Yeah, you get shot in the head with the memory puller outer gun, and just movies come out.
Like that's such a cool thing. Like especially like if we do have that technology where you have like a memory like viewer, like for dementia people or people who've like lost memory, like you just think of like this fucking very tearful person sitting on a chair looking at memories long past and being like, I remember that, just crying, and then they die.
Or I don't remember that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that would be cool. But
yeah, I mean, the thing is, so what I've been thinking about actually is like, you know, if you're in a place where, let's say, they can turn your brain into video, what's to stop them from turning your idea for a movie or a dream into a video? And then you're going to be flooded with just a bunch of like movies to watch, and they'll be like, ah, yes, from person who had this dream, Craig Johnson.
He's that's the thing, man. Like we're getting closer and closer to like Futurama, to where they just beam advertisements straight into your dream.
Jesus.
Like
no one wants that.
I know no one wants that, but like, man, corpos is getting there. Corporations are getting there, man. One day you're gonna get fucking. It's gonna be like the mom corporation from Futurama, but it's gonna be Disney.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not super I'm not super into the idea that like cyberpunk is going to happen, but the closer and closer we creep to the future, the more that I'm like, it do be looking kind of cyberpunky though.
Oh my god, I know. Some things from Cyberpunk are cool, right? Like
Hmm.
some of them, the thought process, like modding your body or like brain dances, are pretty cool. But
Yeah.
man, just the corporate people being on top and like everyone in the bottom. Oh no.
Yeah, and like technology being developed specifically to like capitalize on you is like
Yeah, the way you can hack people. Oh no. I don't like that idea. That's scary.
yeah, don't do it.
Don't hack people.
But
But
instead of becoming cyberpunk, become solar punk. Yeah, because that's like there's plants everywhere, and that's nice to look at.
I say steampunk because steampunk could also have like lush greenery, but also have like cogs and like copper and steam and top hats.
Yeah, it looks. The thing is, steampunk is like a really cool aesthetic for
Yeah,
about 6 months.
and then
And
airship.
then after that, you're like, wow, this is everything looks the same. Oh, cool. You put some gears on a hat. Neat.
Well,
Nice.
that's just bad cosplayers. But
No, it's everyone.
look, there's like jungles and like clockwork animals and like there's
Oh, the gears. They put gears in the animals.
I'm
Ah,
putting
color me
gears in the
surprised.
animals.
Damn, did they put gears in the plants too? Oh shit, they did. Crazy. Steampunk.
Well, that's what happens when you start getting like really genre specific with stuff. Because like even cyberpunk could have cyber animals. Just
Yeah, they
it-
could, but they don't.
well, you don't know.
They could have like a big gorilla with like gorilla arms, gorilla arms,
That's-
Magilla gorilla arms.
A tiny cyber lizard that they use to hack. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool, but guess what? There's not like a thing where you can be like, this one noun represents all of cyberpunk.
I think the word cyber represents all of cyberpunk.
I mean, cyber's not a noun though. Cyber's a descriptor.
Is punk a noun?
Yes, punk is a noun.
Yeah. See?
That's not that's not the same. If I could represent all of steampunk by saying cog. That's it. The whole thing. I've encapsulated all of steampunk. It's cog.
I would have chosen gear, but that's me.
Same thing. We said the same thing.
Yeah, but gear's cool. Gear sounds cooler.
Why not call it a sprocket then?
Because that's future. You're getting into a new genre. Sprockets are from the future.
Ah, see.
But
I'm just saying, there's better words out there for cog and for gear, and it's sprocket.
why can't we just have a mishmash of genres? Like steampunk mixing with cyberpunk, mixing with I don't diesel punk. Just
Ew. I hate diesel punk. Diesel punk's the worst one, because diesel punk is like, hey, what if we never run out of oil? And it's like everything is gross
Yeah,
and
everything's
gritty and
dirty.
terrible.
I think cyberpunk everything looks dirty and gritty. Cyberpunk people
Cyberpunk at the very least has a veneer of flash because it's got like neon lights and holograms and stuff, and that stuff is like
every time
upper class, looks really cool.
but every time you look at the people in any cyberpunk, they all look dirty and miserable.
Okay, the pores. And can you even call the pores people?
I mean, if we were into cyberpunk, we wouldn't be the rich.
You have a point. We would be dirty.
Yeah, you'd be waiting at the ramen stand, waiting weeks for me to come out.
Just weeks. Just hit me with another ramen. It's unlimited refills, God damn it.
I haven't left a bench in days.
I'm not moving.
Oh my god, that's still my favorite. But
God,
fucking
poor Jackie.
Jackie, the best friend you ever fucking had that you ignore, and then he
Yeah,
dies.
yeah. If you ever play Cyberpunk, you don't need to like Jackie will sit at a ramen stand outside of your apartment. You don't need to talk to him.
Yeah.
You can play almost all of the rest of the game and then come back to him. And the whole time, Jackie will just be sitting there eating his ramen.
Yeah, once you've like overpowered yourself for the entirety of the game, just come back and start the game finally.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. I had a good
Hell
time.
yeah.
Fucking-
Just show up with your gigantic, mostly overpowered, all triple stats dildo bat, and you're like, yup, I can take down anyone now.
And then somehow Jackie still dies.
Still, like you could kill Atom Smasher at that point. Nah,
Yeah, no, it's cool. No,
it's sad, but
he needs.
I
to
would love
die.
if you kill everyone in Arasaka, you steal the thing, you're going up to the roof, and then it's not even like Jackie gets like a disease or whatever. He just is running up the stairs, and then he ragdolls. He goes, and then he falls off the building. You're like, what? Yo, what? Come on!
They just won't. They just won't let you keep him alive. I wish more companies would do that, where like they put this almost impossible like task, like instead of making it an unbeatable boss that you lose to on purpose, make it basically impossible, and then there's a slim chance that you could actually beat it and just win the game right there.
Mm-hmm.
I wish like companies would do that, because you that would make people like really like challenge themselves to want to beat the game like in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, okay. Do you know why they don't do that, Fee?
Because people will do that? I don't know.
No, because it takes too much time, and how many people are going to do it and see it?
Oh,
Like, what you have to do is like program in the ending for the game, and it has to be satisfying enough that if you grind for whatever 3 hours and like do this boss fight for days and finally end up beating it, that it's going to be satisfying afterwards.
Well,
so that's going to take like
that's
time
that's
to
one of the
do.
joke endings. That's like why you get like a save point before you go into like that fight, so that way like you don't have to win that fight. So that way, like if you want to win it, you can win it and then just reload your state and play it like it's supposed to.
And then the joke ending is just like as soon as the guy goes down, it just a message appears on the screen. It says, "Congratulations, you won. Try again."
I wanted to like go dark and Jackie and what's the main character's dumb name? V.
V.
V and Jackie just sell the chip, get rich, and just live the good life.
Yeah, it's just the two of them in like houses that are next to each other, and they like high five on their balconies.
Exactly. So like, wouldn't that be like real funny? I mean, Silent Hill, like this is the thing I was thinking of too with the new Silent Hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does every Silent Hill have? They have several endings.
Yes,
But
true.
one of those endings is always a joke ending.
The dog ending.
And a UFO.
All of them are the
two of
dog
them.
ending.
One's a dog ending and one's a UFO ending.
True.
So, like, come on. Is the new Silent Hill gonna have the dog ending?
It's got to, because it's a remake.
Yeah, but what about the other one? The one that looks super serious.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to. It's everybody will be mad if they don't.
Yeah.
But what you're proposing is that like a Cyberpunk, a game that came out deeply unfinished.
Yeah.
You know what they should have done? Like another month of development time should have been like, no. But if you do beat one of the first big like required death bosses, then you get this great cool ending that we have to validate and test and make sure that it works. And oops, I guess no one finished programming cars when it came out. Dang.
Listen, I got the game when it first came out, and it crashed a few times, and some of the stuff didn't work, and the AI was a little wonky, but I beat it.
And you could climb through a window and fall through the world, and there was the mountain of trash that you could climb, and then if you fell in the wrong place, you were soft locked and you had to respawn somewhere.
There was just one mission I couldn't finish because it just didn't accept that I finished it. So I couldn't. I didn't even finish all the missions because of that one mission. And I'm not gonna play 300 hours like I did just to finish that one mission to get a fucking achievement.
Yeah. Why
And
would you?
there was the infinite item money glitch
Mm-hmm.
that I totally exploited.
Yeah.
So
By the way, did you find that or did you like find out about it on the internet?
I I was as I was playing through the game, just one day I woke up and people were like, "You could do this on Cyberpunk and they haven't fixed it." And I was like, "I wonder if I can." And then I tried it. I was like, "Oh fuck, I can." Then
Oh, baby.
I did the same thing with Red Dead 2. There was a infinite gold glitch and I did.
There was. I remember that.
And I did it, exploited it, got like a shit ton of money, and then I bought everything. And then
Yeah, and then you were like, well, don't need to play anymore. I'm rich.
basically, I was like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, Dutch is like, do you have any money to give to the camp? We're so close to just having a good life. And you're like, yeah, I have all the money in the whole world. And Dutch is like,
Oh,
that's not quite enough, Arthur. Shut the fuck up, Dutch.
that's not enough, Arthur, as he's like shoveling dollars into his fucking truck.
He's like, Dutch, I purchased all of the United States of America. They're coming for us, Arthur.
but I am the government. Nope, they're coming. Them
sorry, King Arthur.
God, who is chasing him? The
Pinkertons.
The Beakertons.
Pinkertons.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, this all spiraled out of control from One Piece.
True.
Do I think One Piece is going to be good live action? No.
No.
Am I going to watch it? Yeah.
Yes. Of course.
Of course.
Have to. It's going to be embarrassing and cringe.
And I want to see it like in real time. And of course I feel bad for the actors because like they were really stoked for it. But there was no way One Piece was going to be successful live action. There was
no. The thing, like, it's a deeply flawed concept to begin with. There are only a few like video game and anime like ridiculous properties that I can think of that I'm like, oh yeah, that could work.
Like what? Just name one.
Well,
Just
like,
name one.
So a Legend of Zelda movie could work if they were like really artistic about it.
I'd say it'd have to be animated.
Maybe. I don't think it necessarily has to be.
I think it would just lend itself better to live action. If it was animation. If it was if it was live action, it would have to be a lot more grounded.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So, and when you think of like Legend of Zelda, I mean, you think of something bombastic, especially for like Breath of the Wild. But like, if it's live action, it would probably have to do something like Ocarina of Time, which was a little more grounded in itself. So,
I mean, I don't think of Breath of the Wild as like wildly unrealistic or out there. Mainly because when I played it, that's how I played it. I wasn't playing things like Video Game Donkey, just like, I wonder what happens if I attach 4 balloons to the wood. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Oh, I'm flipping around all crazy.
But like with Breath of the Wild, like you have stuff like time manipulation and like, what's it called? Like energy gathering where like things fling around, and then with like flying on the glider, I think that lends itself to animation better.
True. Also, there's no time manipulation fee.
Don't you have the tablet that like manipulates stuff like time wise, slows them down, or speeds them up?
you can stop stuff, but it doesn't actually stop time. It just stops the motion of this thing.
That's what I meant. Like that. What do you want me to say? Like speed manipulation, I guess.
Yeah, it's stasis.
Stasis. Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of stasis, I think Dead Space could lend itself to a good live action.
Yeah. You know what? I could see that. I could see a nice Dead Space horror movie. That could be pretty good.
Yeah, it would. But One Piece, no. It was doomed from
Definitely
the start.
not.
Not only because every character has like weird body proportions and like weird powers that they all do, but because of how long it is, like they'd have to like mega streamline stuff for each season. Like if it was going to be live action, each season would have to be like 25 episodes, speed running like 300 episodes each.
Yeah.
So like no one wants to see that. as like
Yeah, it's either gonna have to go too so fast that it's like it's glossing over all the good parts,
Mhm.
or it's gonna be on until we all die.
with multiple like fucking actor changes.
Hmm.
Like there's no way. They're and then when it comes out, they're probably gonna be like, we just wanted to do one season. We knew it wasn't gonna last. Like I could hear it now. I could see the fucking headlines now.
For sure. To be fair, the reactions from the guys in Cowboy Bebop whenever they were like, we're only gonna get one season,
Well,
were
Cowboy,
very disparate. Because like Jet Black was like, man, I'm really bummed. I'm so sorry. Like, but I'm Jet Black, and that I will take that to my grave. I am so proud. I thought this was great. I thought we did a great job, and then fucking the dude who played Spike was just like, oh well, on to the next. And I was like, go fuck yourself, dude. Come on.
yeah, the guy who played Jet Black hasn't been in a lot, but the guy who played Spike has been in like a shit ton of movies and will probably be in a lot more stuff. But
Hmm.
I'll be the first. Not the first. I'll be the fucking Scrooge here. I hated Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
Hated it.
you would.
I hated it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, you
not
did.
even the creator of Cowboy Bebop like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular opinion to have. You're not being brave by
It's
being like, oh, you know what sucked? Cowboy Bebop.
yeah, but I'm telling you, and I know you judge me really hard. But it's not. It's not like I'm trying to like get on the opinion side. I saw the whole thing, and I
No,
saw.
I'm talking about specifically the Cowboy Bebop creator. Like, can you imagine if like after the One Piece and like the live action One Piece comes out 2 years later, Oda's like, yeah, I too hate the One Piece live action.
It would be
Cool.
funny if he said it right after it premiered. Like,
Yeah, he just like I don't think Oda has a Twitter.
no, but like,
But imagine he like starts a Twitter that day.
he's just like, oh, it's
He's like, what the hell was that?
his only tweet. And he stops tweeting. His only tweet is like, what the hell was this? And then he just never tweets again. Just like, just gross just screenshots with just like him going, of live action Twitter.
Yeah, he makes a TikTok and every video is him watching a clip and just shaking his head and sighing.
He's like, why did I sign off on this? I don't know why he's got like this deep fucking voice.
Look
like,
what they did to my boy.
like, yeah, what does he have Don Corleone voice? Look what they've done. He does the meme in like real life. He's like, look what they did to my boy, fucking Luffy.
They massacred my boy. Look, they didn't even do the fire on Sanjai's leg all good. Why is Oda pronouncing all their names wrong? Oh no, Zolo, you had so much potential. Stretchy Luffy, I loved you the most, but you make me want to throw up. At least Robin's got nice titties.
At least Nami's butt is huge.
Huge!
Fucking oh no. I just I don't, man, I feel I'm sure they're happy that they got to do it, but man, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, it honestly feels like we're watching someone's pet project creation in public. And you know that like no matter what happens, they're going to be like, we had a great time. We built the Baratier set. We really killed it and we had a fantastic time. I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. And everybody else is like, this is embarrassing. You should have stopped.
Look, it'll only be embarrassing if it. Okay, no, it's gonna look embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I can't even like have a glimmer of hope because like Luffy has to stretch and that's not gonna look
That's
good.
the main thing. He stretches.
Like they could look the part like Zoro. Like Zoro's one of the characters that could translate well. It's fine. He'll look like a cosplayer, but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sanji, it'll translate well. Martial arts, it'll be fine. Like
Sure.
CGI fire, whatever. Nami, one of the easiest ones that'll translate, and Usopp.
Sure. Usopp is where it starts to get a little.
Yeah, what are they gonna acknowledge the nose or?
Yeah, is he gonna have a long nose? Is it
Because
okay?
that comes into play for like the show with especially with Sniper King with Soge
Yeah.
King.
Hell yeah.
And then with like the whole like Pinocchio lying aesthetic, like. But then Luffy's where like everything gets lost.
Oh, Luffy.
Cause he's like when he. Oh my god, are they gonna do like the, when he grabs like the inside of his mouth and he's like, "I'm made of rubber," and like. No, I don't. Even like when they do flashbacks, are they gonna do like the Axe Hand Morgan? Like, how's that gonna look?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know, man. It's a train wreck. It was a train wreck before they started filming. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to cringe in real time.
God.
You're not.
I just can't.
I don't know if you're gonna watch it.
I am probably gonna watch the first episode.
And then you're just gonna be like, nope. I know it's cringe. It's not worth my time. And then there I am watching the whole thing.
Yeah, because I don't have the time. I have other things to watch. I started watching Mashal and yeah, and Ranking of Kings. So like that's where my priorities are.
That's fair. Mashal's good. That's what I was gonna say. That's a good show.
Yeah, damn, Mashal's actually worth it.
Yeah, no, Mashal's. If you got Crunchyroll or something, go watch Mashal. But we're not here to talk about good things today. We're only talking about bad things.
Oh,
I know. I'm sorry. It's not an uplifting show today. Colby had the topic of movies getting remade.
Yeah. So this was quite a big announcement. And the thing is, I didn't think that. I thought that I was having a stroke. Okay,
yeah.
So I thought that I was having a stroke because first off, they announced there's gonna be a Harry Potter TV series. What's it about? Oh, it's about those books that the movies were already made about.
Yeah, 9 movies already.
Yeah, 8 movies.
8. Didn't they make the last one 2 movies?
Yeah, but there were only 7 Harry Potter books.
Oh, okay, so 8 movies.
So 8 movies. Movies have been made. They decided we're going to turn this into a series.
Well, did you hear they said that each book is going to be its own series?
Yes.
Or season, I'm sorry.
Yes, so, I did.
8 seasons of a TV show of a movie that we already have completed.
Yep. And by the way, the full tweet here from HBO Max is as cringe as it could be. Your Hogwarts letter is here. Okay, sure. Max has ordered the first ever Harry Potter scripted television series, a faithful adaptation of the iconic books.
Oh, no.
Could you have written that any more clinically? It sounds like a doctor describing a surgery.
Some intern probably didn't want to write it that way, but like Max, which by the way, HBO changed its name to just Max.
Yeah.
Just
embarrassing.
Max was like, "You got to write this verbatim. It tested well with audiences," and they had to write that.
They just copied and pasted it. God, it's so terrible.
It's so bad. So yeah, we're getting presumably 7 seasons of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to switch actors if it's 7 years because them kids ain't gonna be kids by the end of it.
Well, here's the thing: what they're trying to do, according
Film
to
it all
like
at once.
Yes, basically, they're basically going to shotgun filming it.
They're gonna have several years of just making this show. Oh, I feel awful.
Yeah, so it's they're planning the calculated time. They're planning on 10 years.
Oh.
So they're planning on like 7 seasons of TV being made over the course of 10 years.
Oh no. yeah, them kids ain't gonna be kids at the end of it. They're gonna
I
be
mean, to be fair, they weren't kids at the end of Harry Potter, the
yeah,
movies, either.
but they looked young enough to. No, they didn't. But
Yeah,
they're gonna
you
be.
could tell. It was fun. We all were like, it's fine. Don't worry
But
about
they're
it.
gonna be like adults when the
Yeah.
fucking like thing ends.
Now listen, you hire them at 10. The show finishes when they're 20. It's all fine.
The boy who lived come to age. Fucking
Yeah.
No.
The boy who lived to come to collect his driver's license and vote.
The boy who lived come to get his social security. This fucking
so come to retire. Yeah, I'm usually not on your side whenever you're like, they're gonna remake this. It's like, it's been long enough.
It hasn't.
You can do a new take on a thing. You could do a new spin on a thing. But from what it sounds like, they're doing a faithful adaptation of the books to a show, which is, the movies weren't like 100% faithful. There were some changes here and there, but the movies are like, so far, the way to ingest Harry Potter. Like, most people don't even read the books anymore. It's just like, just watch the movies.
Without having to read 7 books, you could speed run the movies in a day.
And for whatever reason, they're on around Christmas time. I don't know why.
That's so weird. I noticed that. I guess because, like, doesn't part 1 have Christmas in it?
Well, they all have Christmas in it because they're technically over the course of a school year, and the school year runs over Christmas. So,
see, there you go. That's why it's a Christmas movie.
So technically, Christmas is in it for a wee bitty bit.
Yeah, for a wee bit.
Wee bit. It's, I don't know, man.
It just depends. Like, who are they going to get to play the titular characters? Who's going to be teachers? What are the, like, they say it's going to be faithful, but they said that about Rings of Power too. And I didn't watch Rings of Power, but everything I saw on it, people were like, they changed the shitload. They changed the shitload of the lore. So who knows? Well, Max isn't Amazon, so maybe they will make it faithful, like word for word, and like how characters are. I don't know. It just depends. Yeah. That doesn't make it any better. It's just
no.
Why do it? I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because Harry Potter lends itself well to millions of dollars in merchandise. And with new Harry Potter coming out, that means that they can fucking make all new merchandise of wands, robes, just different classes, Slytherin, Gryffindor, all this stuff. They could monetize on everything, figures, just everything, posters. That's why Max is.
So this brings up a really interesting question then, because why, like, or what are they going to do if the source, or if the series is significantly different from the movies as far as visuals go? My main question here is not necessarily, because like, you should have the freedom to be able to do whatever you want, right?
Okay.
But what about Harry Potter world?
Oh,
that's based on the movies. Yeah. So,
well, maybe they'll just sell the TV show merch in there. Maybe cast a couple of new, I don't know, statues or whatever, and put them in Harry Potter world.
Sure. I mean, and to be fair, let's, like, you do some new merch, you put out the new wands or whatever, but the thing is, that goes, like, all of that stuff is basically per character. So, like, are you going to have 2 versions of Sirius's wand? Are you going to have 2 versions of Dumbledore's wand?
Probably. I would think they would probably make it distinct enough to differ from the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, like, how the wands looked, how they were described in the books. I don't know if the movie was accurate, so maybe they make accurate in the show.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They could be different slightly enough to sell and make like these big Harry Potter heads want to buy again because like the Harry Potter fandom will buy just about anything. They're crazy.
Yeah, true.
So I think
They'll do anything.
anything. They got tattoos of their fucking of their class on their body.
Yeah, the thing is, Harry Potter, for whatever reason, did a really good job of making things to where like you could self-insert really easily. It's oh, well, they all go to this school. Well, we don't know who all goes to the school. Your OC could go to the school.
Exactly.
What house is your OC in? Because this isn't. I'm not asking if you have an OC that's in Harry Potter. Where are they?
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. What house?
Can you imagine yourself in Hogwarts?
What would you major
in? Are you a
in?
Thunderbird over in America?
I'd be a Thunderbird for sure. I'd be the old cheeseburger house. The Ronald McDonald house.
Hell yeah.
But what's it called? So you got houses, and then there's people that actually do what's that stupid sport that the Wizards play? Quidditch. People play Quidditch IRL and it's embarrassing.
It's great. Apparently it's actually really fun to play, but it looks really like corny.
Because they have fucking the brooms under them the whole time. And
it depends on how you're playing, but yes.
And to me it's probably like it doesn't lend itself to live action again because there's like several things going on. There's like the people with a big ball, and then the people trying to catch the snitch, and then the fucking the stuffers or whatever they call them that beat people up.
Mm-hmm.
Then the goalkeepers. It's just, I don't know. I'll have to bring it up on YouTube so I can see how it's played IRL because it sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know, man. I just like, this is one of the few times where I've been like, what was wrong with the old thing? Why do we really need a TV show? How is it going to be different? Oh, it's not going to be different?
New actors
better. Why are we doing it?
New actors, better CGI.
New actors. Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe what happened is HBO Max is like, hey, J.K. Rowling, we really want to do a Harry Potter series. And she was like, you know what? Most of the actors in the movies don't like me anymore because I'm a transphobe. Let's get some new transphobic kids that we can groom to make sure that they still like me when they're older. That way I could say, yeah, this Harry Potter loves me.
I heard somewhere that they're not getting JK's input on the show.
The thing is, she controls all of the copyrights for Harry Potter, so she had to approve everything for them.
Listen,
so
I mean, she's probably like, do whatever you want. I'm getting like billions of dollars, so what does it matter?
Yeah, that's honestly that's the attitude I would take. Or I would have just said no. I would have just been like, nah, we got it done. We did the movies and they were good. So
look, you think JK, if they were just like, here's an infinite amount of money, we're gonna remake the show, we're gonna remake this as a show, what would you do? Like, you would say no, but like, put yourself in JK's dumb shoes. What would she?
Yeah, I mean, and probably most people, I would imagine, would be like,
and she has, and she has to do little to nothing.
What do you mean you want to give me $100 million? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, per season? Oh, bring it on.
Great.
You're
big fan.
Yeah, become generational rich. Why not?
God.
So, that brings us to our next point. What do you think about the remake that Max is doing of Lord of the Rings?
So that was the one that I was really confused about.
Yeah.
That was where I thought I had a stroke because I read this news for Harry Potter, and then I read the news later on about who was it? Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood was like, oh, wow, I hope they treat the new thing with reverence, and I hope they do, a good job with it and whatever. And he seemed confused about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Yeah, same. But you weren't in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Why are you
What?
Lord of the
Oh.
Rings? Really? They're doing Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Max is pulling fucking double toil and trouble with Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard about the Lord of the Rings one a while back, and I was just like, oh, I didn't have Amazon to watch Rings of Power, and I didn't care about it to watch it to get Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But I have HBO Max, so when a show comes out, I'm gonna watch it. But like, what can they do? Like, the movies were really thorough.
Mm-hmm.
Guillermo del Toro like tried to follow everything to the book. Like, they're just gonna what are they gonna do? Draw out scenes?
Guillermo del Toro, Peter Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's
Guillermo del Jackson. Um,
him.
Peter del Toro. What are they gonna do? Draw out like the fucking Shire in season 1, and draw out going to the prancing pony, and what are they gonna do? Like, I'm confused.
I mean, it depends on, I guess, how long they're doing it for. Because, like, is it like the 3 movies are now 3 series? Because that, like,
That would
I
happen.
could understand if you've ever watched the extended editions of the movies. It's like, okay, there's a bunch of stuff they didn't include in the movies that you could include in the series. But in my opinion, they did, like, the things that they cut out are all things that would be distracting
Yeah.
from
The
the rest of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like the rest of the series. All of the things that they cut out were like, this is important, but also,
So like what? The movies are already like 4 hours long each. So
Mhm.
they're basically adding. Let's say they get eight episodes, just an extra 4 hours per season per
Mhm.
movie. Like, I I don't understand.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
make
don't
sense.
know.
Like, the movies are pretty complete already.
Okay. So we have these 2 things, right? We have these 2 awful ideas.
Okay.
What are the odds that you think? What are the odds that they're going to have cameos from the
Oh,
original actors? Like, is Elijah Wood going to show up in the background?
as a Hobbit.
Is fucking Daniel Radcliffe, is he going to be in season 1? Like, is he going to be Snape?
Oh no. No, God. That's another thing. Fucking who played Snape? What's his name?
Alan Rickman.
Al no one could do better than Alan Rick. He was born to play Snape.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. When these things come out, it's gonna have a lot of people like comparing and contrasting, which is something Max probably wants. But like, man, you got to think of the characters like that. The actors are going to be filling in for like these big roles. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whoever is playing Harry Potter is going to be like lambasted no matter what. Or Frodo, or even Samwise, Aragorn, like Lord of the Rings for sure. Aragorn, Gimli, um, Legolas, the Hobbits, Gandalf. Gandalf's going to be the big one.
Yeah.
Whoever's playing these people, they are gonna get either shit on by everyone in the world, or they're gonna get like a kind of he's not bad pass, but like he's not Gandalf.
I mean, Gandalf, to be fair, the person who plays Gandalf is still alive. The person who played Saruman is dead. So we don't have an option there.
But do you
But
think
yeah, I also can't imagine that they're going to let Sir Ian McKellen do Gandalf again.
dude, that'd be such a fucking a sick move if they're just like, hey Ian, you mind playing Gandalf again? The old ass Ian McKellen, like, I don't know, man.
It's just like because remember in the Harry Potter movies where they had Dumbledore, the same Dumbledore for like 2 movies, and then he fucking died, so they had to get a new one.
Yeah.
They may have the balls to do that.
Jeez, I don't know, man. Like I said, like the whoever fills in the lead characters are gonna be shit on? Are they gonna be
Oh
like
yeah.
they're not as good as the original? They're
Yeah.
man,
Oh, he's no Elijah Wood.
they're like yeah, they're like that's not that hashtag not my Samwise.
Yeah,
Fucking
not my Samwise. Fuck.
God, I can hear it already, and then like it just I can see bad things coming from this.
Yeah,
And and
I
another
wonder if they're gonna continue on. Like, did HBO Max go like, yeah, listen, we're betting real big on this in Lord of the Rings. We are gonna like 10 years for Harry Potter and 5 years for Lord of the Rings. We're gonna make it happen. What are the odds that 2 years in we got to cut our losses?
dude, I think they're so big that they can't like fucking uh what's it called? They're just they won't. They got like I think what is it? Velma did really shitty, and they're making a season 2. I think Rings of Power might be getting a season 2, and that
Mhm.
did shitty. Not just for like internet dumbasses, it had really bad reviews, and
Oh,
Amazon even came out and acknowledged was like, yeah, it was kind of a mess. So,
So, bad news for you, Fee, and your
oh,
argument.
is it about Rings of
H
Power?
No, HBO is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh,
Warner Brothers Discovery has been canceling shows all over the place.
oh, okay. Well, we'll see. But going on like movies that are being remade and like again, you know what other
Mhm.
thing is getting remade again? Fucking
What?
Moana.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
that was the other one I had on this list. God,
The Rock came out and was like, "We're doing Moana in live action," and
we're doing a live action Moana.
everyone's like, "But what? It hasn't even been 10
Everyone
years."
said why?
It hasn't been 10 years. Like, and so Moana's different. Okay, so like, it's like, are they gonna just do it beat by beat? There can't be a difference, other than it'll look
Yeah.
bad.
I wonder. So, like, my major question, like, okay, music, fine. The CGI stuff, fine. I get the crab is going to be horrifying.
I was gonna say, I was like, when they get to the crab, it's gonna be nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's just scary. But
But
my major question is around The Rock.
all right,
Is he gonna be playing Maui?
yes,
I think he is.
yes.
So then, what's he gonna look like?
Oh, they're gonna give him a shit ass wig. Are they just
Are
gonna?
are they gonna give him a big wig? Is he gonna be in a big fat suit? Like, what are they gonna do to him?
They're just. It's gonna be him just in his body. I can already see it now. They're not gonna do anything to him besides.
They're not gonna take away his tattoos or anything. They're gonna give him other tattoos, but still leave like the Rock, the bull tattoo on his arm. They're gonna leave that there. They're like, don't worry about it. No one's gonna care.
Yeah,
No one's gonna care. He's the Rock.
They're gonna draw some tattoos on him. They're gonna give him the wig from the Scorpion King,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna say, "All right, Rock, go ahead." Like
they're gonna say we kept this all these years, and they're gonna pull out his Scorpion King wig. It's gonna be like, perfect, yes.
it's man to think like Maui was this very like thick, huge guy, and The Rock, while a big guy, is not a big, cute, like thick, huge guy like Maui.
Yeah, the thing is, he's big and thick, huge. He's a giant man. He's almost like half Thor Bjornsson, right? The mountain from Game of Thrones, right?
And Thor Bjornsson is the smallest one in his family. Like you see his brother?
Yes, they're all massive, but like you take those people and still not as big as Maui. And that's the problem that One Piece has too, is that you have these characters like Big Mom that are like not only tall but also huge.
I didn't even think about Big Mom or Kaido.
Yeah, they're tall, they're wide, they're built like a square,
Yeah.
right?
Big
Humans
Mom's,
don't look like that.
Big Mom's built like a big egg.
Yeah.
A 3-story tall egg.
Yes.
And
Yes, she is.
and Kaido too. Kaido's like a big 3-story tall brick, a big hunk of meat.
I mean, he's a building someone put a head on, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like what are they gonna do with the Rock? Is he just gonna be there? Are we just gonna not talk about it?
No, you don't acknowledge it. You just don't acknowledge it. That's
pretend it doesn't exist.
Because who else could play Maui? Like a guy in a suit or like a CGI body? Oh, that would be nightmare fuel. But then the Rock's voice has to come out of his mouth because the Rock is Maui.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't lend itself to live action. And I don't know why these companies think that we need live action adaptations for things. Like,
here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if the whole thing isn't the Rock's idea.
Oh, it has
because,
to be.
Like, the Rock very famously was like, oh yeah, my daughter doesn't believe that I'm Maui. I tell her that that's me in the movie. I'm the one who's singing. I'm the one who's like, I'm Maui. And she's like, shut up, daddy. No, you're not. And what if he just got pissed off? He heard it one too many times. Like, his daughter was like, oh, what? Watch out. Here comes Maui around the corner. Wow. Really believe this? Wow. Do you have a hook, daddy? Oh, you don't. What an embarrassment. And he was like, I'm gonna show you, motherfucker. And he just, he went to Disney and he said, we're doing Moana live action. I'm playing Maui. I don't care about anything else. I'll finance the movie my damn self. And they were like, Jesus, okay, Rock.
You're like, there's not a jungle in this movie, right? Just
yeah, you can't wear your tan shirt, right?
It's so fucking funny. Like,
God.
Oh man, like they skipped a lot of things. Like, they didn't even do like a live action Frog Princess movie. They skipped Frozen. They skipped Tangled. Like,
yeah.
Man, I wonder why Moana though. Like they saw the other stuff and they were just like, no, Moana's the one we do first.
Yeah. They said, you know what? Based off of all of the other movies we have, we did like CGI, like realistic CGI of Lion King. That went pretty good. We did it for Jungle Book. That went pretty good.
Yeah.
What if we just do live action, regular live action? Oh God, what's a thing that like people like but isn't? Oh, I don't know. What about Moana? Fuck it.
They just threw a fucking dart at a dartboard.
Yeah, they spun one of those big prize wheels and it came up with Moana and they went, no, you gotta respect the prize wheel, otherwise it's like, why do we have it?
Yeah, why did we even buy this? That's why we got the wheel. Just, my God. Like, so Disney's doing a lot of things. Not only live action Moana, live action Bambi was announced. A live action Lion King sequel centered on Mufasa was announced.
That would be a prequel, wouldn't it? Unless it's a sequel and it is Spirit Mufasa fighting ghosts, and that would be fucking sick.
I think it is a prequel about young Mufasa.
God, can you imagine if they had the balls to be like, yeah, this is Mufasa. Mufasa is now a spirit detective.
There with Yusuke.
Yeah, it's him and Yusuke. Yusuke's like, I'm gonna shoot him with my spirit gun, and Mufasa's like, I'm gonna eat him. The end.
Yeah, Mufasa's like, I'm gonna use my spirit fangs and eat him.
Spirit bite.
Just a regular bite.
Spirit roar. Woo! Because he's a ghost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As you know, that's how ghosts talk.
Fucking stupid. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Fucking, they just toss a sheet over him. Just woo.
Woo.
Fucking, they're also, okay, so I said Bambi, Lion King, Hercules is another one they're doing. It's in the works. Here's the thing. Little Mermaid live action is gonna do, I want to say good, because
Yeah, I think it's going to do well.
but it looks horrible. And
The lighting looks really weird.
Yeah,
It looks really dark.
And I'm not saying anything about the actors. I'm talking about all the animals look really awful.
They do. Yeah, all the animals look weird. The thing is, like, translating something that's animated to something that's live action is a really tricky thing to do. And I'll be honest with you, you would think that the company that owns all of the media in the entire world and has, like, probably close to a percentage point of the world's net worth would be able to figure out how to do it, but I'll be damned if they don't keep fucking it up. It's crazy.
When I saw the trailer, I was like, this is fine. I don't know why they're making a big deal. And then I saw Sebastian, and
then you go, ah!
I was like, no. Oh, God, Sebastian looks the worst. And
he said, this is not finny fun.
And Flounder, if you put him like next to all the other fish in the movie, I couldn't tell them apart.
No.
I'm like, why did y'all do this? Why couldn't?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, how do you reconcile trying to make things like live action and not make the CGI characters look super out of place? Because, like, the reason why Flounder looks different is because he's got those big stupid eyes and he's got big chubby cheeks, but fish don't have cheeks.
Yeah,
and they don't have those big baby eyes.
Yeah, in the cartoon, he has like an expressive face and like very like expressive expressions, and as a fish, he's just a fucking fish in the live action. You can't tell how he's feeling. He's just there. You have to like look on his voice. And then Sebastian, which is very different. In the cartoon, he didn't look like a crab, first of all. But we all knew he was a crab. He didn't have like the eye stalks or anything. He was just kind of like a head on a shell. In the live action, he is just straight up a crab, and I hate it.
He's just a crab,
and I don't like it. And oh man, Melissa McCarthy, I will say, is probably the best actress they could have got to play Ursula outside of just getting Divine.
Yeah, Ursula, except you can't be digging up Divine.
Yeah, I know. They could have got they could have got a drag actress to play.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of drag queens that would have like killed to play Ursula,
but they don't have like star power, and people probably would have made a big stink if they got a drag queen to play Ursula, even though Ursula was designed after a drag queen.
Yeah, they don't have the strength of their convictions to let a drag queen do what they should be doing.
But Melissa McCarthy looks fine. She's
I mean, seems fine, digestible enough. The whole problem is just like the crab, the fish, and you have that problem with every movie. If the movie isn't starring animals, they always have an animal sidekick. So how the fuck are you supposed to solve that?
Oh, dude, especially with the live action Lilo and Stitch that what the fuck is Stitch gonna look like? What are the aliens gonna look like?
Yeah.
Oh no, like Stitch, like. Is he just gonna be is it gonna be like a Detective Pikachu thing? Like that translated kind of well.
Yeah, that did a great job actually.
But is Lilo and Stitch gonna do that? Like, Lilo is I'm not gonna say adult, but like, she was very much not like a kid. She was like very. She acted like a kid in the movie, but she was very like grown up because of like the tragedy and whatnot. But like. Kids don't act well when like they're pitted with a CGI thing that is not there.
Yeah, that's a good question. I am wondering how that's going to happen because like, man, I don't know. Disney is having some issues, and the whole problem is that like they had a battle plan, right? Like. Yeah. Disney started making all of their money originally off of Snow White, and then they were like, great, we're just going to keep doing it. And then they started making things like Sword in the Stone and fucking The Black Cauldron. And they were like, wow, actually nobody likes any of this shit. What do we do? And then, you know, the 90s happened and they were like, okay, I think we got an idea. I think we have a pretty good idea with Aladdin, with fucking
the Disney Renaissance, fucking
the Disney Renaissance, the Golden Age,
Aladdin, Hercules, what is it called? Not Cinderella. Lion King for sure. And then
so like you get there, then they're like, okay, well we're doing like 3D stuff. Okay, so like all the Pixar things, all these make sense. Now it's like, okay, we did Frozen. We did like some other 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking like most of their stuff is like with Pixar. That's pretty good. And now they're like, okay, we've got to try something new. We've already got the Pixar stuff. Cook it. Like they like fucking the current CEO like held everyone in Disney back and said, let them cook at Pixar. It was like, let them cook. So Pixar's doing their thing. And they're like, but over here at Disney, we got to do something. And we got to do something big and good. People are counting on us to like do some good stuff. What do? We lean back on the classics. Easy. We'll just like reproduce some of the old shit that we did. Then somebody was like, they're going to get real mad if we just make the same movie again. And they're like, no. Pixar's too busy. We don't know shit about 3D animation. But you know what we can do? We could do it live. What if we just did live action this stuff? And somebody was like, that doesn't seem like I don't know that anybody wants that. And they were like, wow, I can't believe that this is how you tell me you're resigning. Crazy. Anyway, does anybody else have any other ideas? And they're all, no.
I can't believe this unemployed person's talking to me this way.
Yeah, wow, security. Get this unemployed man out of my sight.
Like, Disney is so afraid of making new IPs. Like, they're so afraid to fail that they're relying on old things, even though they're not, like, reviewed well. They make a lot of money because people are, like, very curious to see it. It's just, they don't... I was reading somewhere that Disney, if it's not, like, tried and true, are belonging to an already established IP, they are not going to try anything, like, new.
Yeah.
They will not do anything new. And, like, if you think about Disney, like, they're not... Their original IPs aren't, like... They're memorable and stuff, but that's, like, they don't have anything.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they have properties that are valuable that people love, but it's a lot like... I don't know. It's sometimes a lot like Square Enix where they're like, oh yeah, we've got these great properties that people love. Like people love Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. People love Final Fantasy VIII. Let's put out a remaster of Final Fantasy VIII on this new platform and earn some money. Like it seems like as soon as they try a new idea, they're like, shit, we just can't recapture the magic. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Like just remake Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah.
Come on. Do something with that IP. You've made one game and nothing else. Make an anime. Fuck.
Yeah, make an anime. Make a... Oh, speaking of which, okay, here is the one thing that I will allow that has been a remake of a thing that came out recently, but I'll accept a new thing.
Okay, I'm here.
Scott Pilgrim anime.
Ooh. Now, I was having a discussion in our Discord about that with one of my friends. Yep. We don't know if we should classify it as an anime.
Depends. It depends on if it's like true to the art style of the comic. I don't think I've seen any like animation or anything from it.
If it's true to the animation of the comic, I don't know if it can be classified as an anime. It would be like in that Avatar: The Last Airbender state where it is, but it isn't.
Yeah, where like you can tell that there's influences, but it's like it doesn't fit the sort of like anime art style.
It doesn't fit the genre. Just like like Cyberpunk. That's a Western title, but it did have an anime, and that is an anime.
Yeah.
Edge Runners is like, for sure an anime.
Yeah, Edge Runners is 100% an anime. There's not No one can question you on that.
And I'm not saying that anime doesn't deviate from like the fucking the looks of like the standard, you know, how like when you think of anime, you think of just like sharp edges like face and stuff. Like
Yeah, big eyes,
yeah.
multicolored hair, yeah.
Yeah. But other anime, there are different animes with different like body proportions, like One Piece for sure. There's like anime movies that have like weird proportions. Things that go off the beaten path. But the thing is, I think Scott Pilgrim's art style is it doesn't, even though it's probably influenced by anime, I know for sure. It is too Western looking to be classified as an anime, even though it is basically an anime. It's animated. It is not an anime.
Yes. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on who's making it and what the art style looks like. But I'm there with you. I can agree that maybe it all depends. But one really interesting thing is that the original cast is back.
Yeah.
The original cast from the movie is back.
Yeah. And as much as I like that, I mean, man, it's going to be weird. Like,
yeah.
so Michael Cera as Scott Pilgrim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. When you see him in live action, he is Scott Pilgrim. That is Scott Pilgrim. Yep. When you think of him animated, I saw the short of the Scott Pilgrim animated short. That voice just does not fit that character design.
But yeah, that's just a little bit. Like, I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I'm like, I don't really have a problem with it.
I won't have a problem with it either. I picture someone a little bit more. Oh, not Michael Cera?
Yeah, a little less Michael Cera.
I'm not saying he's not going to do a bad job. It's just
a little more Jesse Eisenberg.
I pictured a voice of like, if someone was to play Scott Pilgrim, and I had to pick an English voice for him, I'd pick the person who played like Deku, or the guy from Demon Slayer, the main character, fucking what's his name?
Tanjiro?
Tanjiro, yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I think that's a little too kid, too like high pitched, a little too, because like Scott's 20, so.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying to replicate their fucking Deku or Tanjiro voice, but in that ballpark, like age up the voice.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that, but I do agree that
Cera's already like 40.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Fucking the person who plays Luffy is like 148, so it's fine.
Oh god, she's not gonna outlive the series.
No, she's not. Like, that's becoming rapidly apparent. One Piece, the manga, is ending within approximately 5 years is the estimate.
Yeah.
I don't think like that means the animated series is going to live another like 6 years maybe. Yeah. I don't think she's going to be there for it.
And the voice actress of Dragon Ball Goku, she is also very old.
Yeah.
It's so funny that the two like manliest, like toughest anime guys are played by these old women.
Yeah.
It's so great. Also, the voice actress of Luffy also plays Krillin.
Yeah, which is great.
He's so good. So
because Krillin sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean I get what you're saying. It just, I feel like Michael Cera's not gonna bring the energy I want to Scott animated.
I think he's gonna be fine. The my major question though is low key, do you think they were waiting to do this until Chris Evans's price went down a little bit? You think that they were like, we can't be recording this whenever he's Captain America, he'll charge us like $1 million per recording session, and then now that he's He's been in a like some fewer things here and there, but he's not like in something crazy large and successful. They're like, all right, I think we could finally afford him now.
For that one episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think they were waiting. I think he was just too tied up with the MCU to pull apart and do a voice.
I cannot believe that. There's no bone in my body where that rings true. Because like when you think about it at all, doing a voice for that one episode would take him a day.
Dude, look, I don't know Chris Evans personally, but I don't think he would upsell himself to do the voice. Like, I bet he'd be really down and would do it for like cheap. I'm not saying
he probably would. He did do the live table read with everyone in a Zoom call during the pandemic for Scott Pilgrim, but he was like, I have to drop, I have to go, bye everyone. So he was there to do his part and then he left.
Yeah. But like I said, he was like doing MCU stuff, so that makes sense. But I think he would drop his price to do it. Because I think personally, I think Chris Evans is a nerd, and I think he would like enjoy doing this. Not like he's doing much anyways.
I imagine so, although my major thing that I'm thinking is like, it's probably not Chris Evans. It's like Chris Evans' agent who's like, I'm not even going to tell Chris about this until you fucking bump that price up. This is not worth our time.
I don't know, man. I think Chris could. I know his agent could say one thing, but I think Chris, like, you think like actors have like say over, like, I know you promised us this thing, but like I can do it for a lot less. I know. You think actors can change like the bottom line of like what they're getting paid if they want to?
I would imagine so, because there's like, you can go for like SAG minimum if you're doing a cameo. Like that was what John Candy was paid for his cameo in Home Alone. He did it as a favor to the director, and he got paid like bare minimum SAG, like the SAG minimum for that, which is fine. I just think like there's probably a level of respect that comes with like being the director of this and being like, hey, we're going to make a Scott Pilgrim animated thing. And we're getting the entire original cast back, and then turns slowly to look at Chris Evans. Just waiting on one more to confirm. Just waiting.
Well, we're not going to say any names.
Yeah, fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever.
I can make room for a day to record.
Or do you think he was so pumped about it? Like,
I think so.
I honestly, it could go either way.
I think he was pumped for it, and honestly, I think if they're gonna get Chris Evans, he's gonna be in like at least 2 episodes. The movie really cut down that character's like role in the overall story.
Yeah, but he's not seen after that again, though.
I know he's not seen after that again, but like he did more. Well, no, actually, not really.
Not really. No.
Not really. He just did that and exploded, and you never see him again.
Vegan Todd did. He did explode after that, but like before they had like the backstory where like Vegan Todd was like vegan. Like there was a bunch of backstory for him and like being in school and punching someone to the moon.
Yeah, and then the backstory for him was that, and then you see him like with Ember. What's her name? Brie Larson's character.
Yes.
Envy, right? Envy Adams.
Yes, Envy Adams.
You see them like a few times before like they actually come up. The concert. I mean, you don't have to get that actor for that because he's the bass guitarist, but are you gonna have like the Envy Adams fight?
You gotta have it.
Especially in animation, you gotta have like these set pieces you couldn't do in the movie. I think the twins fight will probably be better in the animated show because, like, if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't out in comics yet when they were filming the movie, right?
No, it was that the twin fight was not the Gideon fight though.
Okay, yeah. So
the comics came out like around the same time as the movie came out.
the twins fight was different in the comics than was the movie.
Yeah.
But they made it like an artistic choice for the movie because, like, I don't think they wanted running that long, so they decided they were just gonna have the big CGI scene, which was fine.
Yeah.
But
which was fine, and it was great. I did also notice that where it was like, what I would have preferred if you would have given this a little more time and a little more space to do its thing. But also that CGI did look expensive.
Yeah, very. And those guys didn't get any lines. They were just
Yeah.
So, I do think it'll be cool to get an episode for every X, just specifically them, especially the God, what's her name, the bisexual girl, the ninja, who was a
bi-furious,
who was a country girl in the movie. I didn't read her as country in the comic, and I have that.
I didn't either.
I have that comic, and she did good. It's just she was like a ninja.
Yeah, she's just a country ninja. It's fine.
Well, she was a ninja in the comic, but not a country one.
Nah, it's fine. You missed it. Like it's told through like very subtle storytelling in the panels. Like she like drops into the background and drops a chicken fried steak, and after she gets like while she's in the middle of the fight, she drinks a sweet tea. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about context. I must have missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I was.
Listen, I never pay attention to anything.
I was still too busy laughing about the bi-furious joke.
Ah, what a good joke! Ah, that's not a chicken fried steak.
Honestly, I didn't think it was that good a joke when I heard it the first time.
That was clever, when I read it, it was very funny. When I heard it in the theater, I was like, "This is cringe."
Yeah, I was like, but like. I don't know, man. I think it'll be good. I think Scott Pilgrim lends itself well to animation.
Yeah,
that's
for sure. The video game's great. The anime is probably going to be great. The movie was great.
That's one of the things. It was like the media, like One Piece is a manga and an anime, doesn't lend well to live action. Scott Pilgrim is a comic. It lends itself well to live action because it doesn't have like big set pieces or. Like, everyone in the comic it can be translated to human. They're human proportions. Except for, like, the Gideon fight, but that wasn't out.
Yeah, but nobody's changing their body into any weird shit. Like,
well, Gideon does.
Yeah, except for that. But, again, like, for the movie, they didn't do that.
Yeah, but because, like... I mean, the biggest, like, the craziest was Vegan Todd going Super Saiyan... but like
I mean, and also Nega Scott, which like I will say, boy, that was the part that disappointed me the most. I was like, how are you going to include Nega Scott and then not include the storyline of him like resolving that he like has these negative parts of himself and that's okay?
I thought it was really funny.
It was really funny. It was great.
I thought, like,
but God damn it, that was an emotional part for me. And you ruined it with your jokes and your brunch.
It was just so
fucking millennials.
It was just so funny. He comes up and you're like, oh shit.
Shit. This movie's not over yet.
And then it was like, yeah, well, no, we resolved it. He's a cool guy. And then he just
he's actually a pretty cool guy.
I thought that was funny. But, like I said, Scott Pilgrim's one of those things that can lend itself to different parts of media. One Piece? No, not even.
No!
Not even a little bit.
No. One Piece video game? Great. One Piece anime? Great. One Piece manga? Awesome. One Piece artistic oil painting? Probably pretty fucking good. Yep. One Piece live action? Get it out of here. Can't be done.
I think One Piece could lend itself to a stage play. Because then you can get like
it has a number of times.
Because I think you can get eccentric with like the stretching. It's not CGI, so you would have like this prosthetic that would like extend from the character's arm, like just a stupid little thing, or like big characters, like they could make set pieces that look like them.
Yeah,
So
Like oh god, what is it? The lady with all the mice under her in the Nutcracker.
oh god, yeah,
Yeah, just
yeah,
like that.
just like that. It'd be great. One Piece live action. God, get it out of here.
Yeah, you know what? Quote me on this. You could quote me on this. It's not going to have a season 2. We're all going to really not enjoy watching it. It's going to be pretty cringe funny for the first like 2 episodes. Baratier is going to be the best one, and the rest of it is going to be garbage. Quote me on that. I dare you.
I am gonna cringe through the whole thing. I feel like up until episode 3, because that's when they said the Baratier is gonna be there. I'm gonna be like cringing. I'm gonna be having a good time, not because it's good, but because I'm like, oh, this is so bad. But then when they start bringing out like fucking Arlong Fischler, I I'm gonna go into super cringe.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know, man. You're right. Not gonna get a season 2. It is not gonna get a season 2. You can quote both of us on that. Like,
yeah,
there's no
I'll
way.
Pay everybody who brings up this I'll say this. Everybody who brings up this conversation, and if we get a One Piece season 2, and it like comes out, then I will pay you $100 if you bring this up to me before the end of we'll just give it to the end of 2023.
Okay, I was gonna say, Kobe, don't do this to yourself.
Don't listen until the end of 2023, and you have to claim your prize in person.
You have to find me first.
Yeah, I'll have a crisp $100 bill that says One Piece on it for you.
You gotta find me. I keep all my hundreds in one piece. I think that's gonna do it for today.
Yeah, you can listen to this podcast live on twitch.tv/GoGettasPod. We do our recording sort of erratically, so go ahead and follow. That way it'll come out whenever your our heart's desire and your heart's desire. You can actually listen and watch the replay of this stream on YouTube. It comes out every Wednesday, same day that our audio version of our podcast comes out, but a little later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
If you're just interested in the audio version, you can listen to us on basically every podcast platform: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and any other pod catcher. We are going to be there, and you can listen to us, and it'll be super great.
Super great.
If you want some small content, you want some like bite-sized, your ADHD is really getting up there and you can't ingest or pay attention to anything for more than 3 minutes, we do have a TikTok, so you can go find us at Go Get Us Podcast on TikTok, and same with YouTube. Just go to the Go Get Us Podcast on YouTube, and we've got YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, we got YouTube Shorts, we got YouTube Longs, we got TikToks. We put all our uploads on there. And you can watch them whenever you want. Just get a funny little gaffa anytime you want. And I was thinking about this today. I was like, we have 85 episodes or 80 what episodes? Like 82, 83?
82.
82 episodes of like an hour to 2 hour long podcasts each. You have at least 100 hours of content on YouTube or Spotify or anything you can listen to.
Yeah.
It's all there. All you got to do is subscribe and follow and like.
Yeah. If you're giving birth to a baby, this is perfect audio for it.
Yeah, if you're on a flight from here to Japan, God, you can listen to a lot of episodes.
Yeah, if you're on a flight from here until around the world for 100 hours, there you go. We got you covered.
We got you covered, dude. Like, if you're like, just follow and like and subscribe. Let's say if you're...
God, I'm so jealous of you because you get to experience us firsthand. Gonna be crazy.
I don't even... God. I can't even hear us again for the first time. I did it.
I did it. I was here.
I did it. I said it.
I was required to be present.
That's why I'm jealous. I can't hear us for the first time. But you can.
Tell them what else they can do, Fee.
Go fuck themselves.
Damn!
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love y'all. I love y'all. Don't leave. Don't click off.
Don't leave. I'm so sad.
All right, here's what I want you to... I'm sorry, you set me up and I couldn't. Um, here's what I want you. God, take it over. Here's what I want you to do. I, I want you to go to Netflix. I want you to find the the craziest anime you think that could never be produced into live action. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to write a script. I want you to go to Netflix HQ and present it to them. And then when they approve it, I want you to find all the actors you think would be good in the casting and go get them.
Wow. Okay, and go get him. This is a positive one.
Yeah. Well, it kind of because like
That said, you said make a Berserk live action.
no. I said make an anime that you think
Yep.
that wouldn't translate well into live action.
We said the same thing.
Oh my, I'm thinking about it now. I mean, you're right. You're right. I was thinking more of like fuck, what's it's like Speed Grapher or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Speed Grapher, I could see. I could see going for that. But the thing is, with things like you go to Berserk and you get those big weird demons and all the boobs and stuff everywhere, and
What about
you know,
what's the anime of like the all those guys in the black suits and there's like a lot of murder, like like every anime
God, yeah, that's every anime. You're describing every anime, Fee. You're spiraling. You're spiraling,
I'm
Fee.
spiraling. I can't think of a shit anime that wouldn't translate well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? Not. Don't say Berserk. Don't say Berserk.
I already said Berserk. I gave you my one, Fee.
Oh my god. Goodbye, everyone. I'll think about it and I'll tell you later. Bye.
Yeah, this is homework for next week. Bye.